And hello once again, everyone. Joe from Feel Like Craps. I do feel like craps this morning. I hope you do too. It's been a while. And again, my apologies. We're going to try to get some more content out the door here for you in the coming days and weeks. We're going to do another test and tune here. I want to try another strategy before we employ a week-long dedicated to it. I'm going to see how the dice cooperate with this one. This is a Waylon specialty. It's everything presses the 5 and 9 strategy. I think it's a very good strategy. We're going to test it out for 10 shooters, and hey, there's a 415. How about that? maybe that's portending things to come. Who knows? We'll get 10 shooters out and get started here for you. Because people get mad when I pay out in blue chips. We'll use our blue chips for the shooter count. 10 of them up and ready to go here. $1,000 on the bankroll. And what we're going to do, we're going to take 100 and get some red chips for our cause. And we'll take, because the VIG police are going to be on to us here if we don't pay the VIGs on some of these. We're going to get 10 white chips. I almost got 10 there. How about that? Not too bad for a Sunday morning. All right, we're ready there. Our 10 white chips are going to go back in the rack. He lays the 4 and the 10 on the come out. I'm not going to do that. I got $1,000 bankroll here, and if I PSO 9 times, that's my bankroll. So that'll get us right through the 10 shooter count without laddering up. So let's see what happens here. Dice are out. Our first shooter is coming up. No line bets. No bets on the line. So here we go. Dice are out. We're waiting for a point, and it's a 5. The fever. Got some schmutz on the table here. My goodness, it has been a while, hasn't it? All right. Point is 5. Everything 160 across. So I'm going to make it to 9 shooters if the dice don't cooperate. Now we're ready. We're looking for some numbers. Dice are out. Here we go. 6, 3, 9. Now any hit on a 5 or a 9 is going to be a collect to the banks. We're going to collect it. We use the other numbers to press the 5 and 9. So there's 35 back. Dice are out. And a 5, 2, 7, of course. Yep. No shocker there. Everything goes away. Lose a shooter. And we're all clear, waiting for a number, a point. 6, 12. That's craps 12. We got all the spots and dots we got. 6 the easy way. New point is a 6. You know what I ought to do? We're going to take this 500 here because we're going to be all green chips anyway. So look at that, right on the money. 500 bucks right there. We'll take that. We got to dress our 6 and 8 up with some top hats. Dice are out. 3, 2, 5. That's a collect. That'll be a $35 collect. Dice are out. 4 the easy way. 3, 1, 4. That's a buck for 50. And now we go half and half. 5 gets 1. The 9 gets 1 on a 4 or 10. So that's not too bad to take. And a 6, 1, 7. How nice are the dice? Yep, that's wonderful. 6-1, you're all done, son. Absolutely no cooperation from the dice so far. Dice are out. Here we go. 6, 2, 8. That's just great. Our point is 8. And we are down quite significantly, folks, as you can see. Dice are out. And 0.7 out. One roll, no butter. Why don't we just give it all back to the casino, folks, you know? Unbelievable. Dice are out. Here we go. Looking for a new point. It's a 9. Nina. Dice are out. 12 craps. 3 craps. We're all on the horn. 6, 4, 10. Big Ben, our best friend, number 10. A buck for 50. The 9 gets 25. The 5 gets 25. Here we go. Dice are out. 3 craps. A lot of horn numbers. 8 the hard way. 4, 4, 8. $35 winner. And we're going to take 30 of it and press the 5 and 9. There's 30. We keep 5. 15 goes there. 15 goes there. Dice are out. 2 craps. 1 spot and 1 dot will get you a lot if you're in the horn. And that's all the spots and dots we got. That also will pay you nicely in the horn. And there's a 9. How about that? 6, 3, 9. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 times 7 is 91. A $91 hit. And everything comes back down. We take everything back to the rack when we hit. And that's a point. So everything's off on the come out. No working on the come out. 6, 4, 10. Easy 10. We slide a puck down to the 10. Here come the dice. 4, 3, 7. Oh. Didn't take long. You give the dice some time off and look what happens, folks. All right. Dice are out. Here we go. Looking for a point. 3, 2, 5. Fever. We're back on it here. Dice are out. 6, 4, 10. It's Big Ben, our best friend. Once again, 50 bucks. 25 each on the 5 and 9. Here they come. 4, 1, 5. Pay it. We'll trade in that for 75. 75 for 5. These guys come back down. I don't know if that was a 5 or a 9. It was a 5. I want to say that was a 5 that hit. So the points got to reset. Dice are out. No working now. 6, 5, yo 11. We don't work on the come out. 3, 2, 5. All right, folks. Puck is back on the 5. Here they come. 2 craps. Can't get any less spots and dots than that. 5, 3, 8. Easy 8. 35 and 30 comes out. 15 and 15. Dice are out. Hard 8 once again. $35 winner. And we got the same number here, so that's going to be an upgrade to a green chip underneath. Dice are out. Here we go. And 437, of course. Of course. Because we can't shoot the dice to save our life. All that stuff worked up and the casino gets to keep it. Another down. Dice are out. Here we go. 437 back to back. 538 easy. 8. Point is 8. Dice are out. 5. Thieves. $35 winner. Back to the rack. Jack. 426. A 2x4 will lay some lumber. I'm just going to pay this out the long way. It'll be a $35 win. 25, 20, 30, 5. That goes over there, and here we go. Dice are out. 426. We're going to do the same thing. 5 back to the rack. And we got the same deal going on. That's 5. We'll keep 1. That's another green chip underneath. Dice are out. 6 to 8. Point hit. That goes back in. And what to do? You know, we're working. We may as well work it. We have no reason not to. 549. Thank God we did. All right, we got a point, and that's 5, 10, 12, 13, 14. 14 units times 7 is 91. It's a $91 winner, and it's all coming back. Everything comes back. We take everything back down. We get to keep our spoils here, at least for the time being, because a hit resets everything. So point is 9. Dice are out. Thief of 5, keeping us alive. 415, $35 winner. Again, 5 and 9 hits go to the rack. That's all the spots and dots we got. Midnight at the Oasis. 437, of course. 437, it all goes away on a 7. Four shooters to go. We're looking for a point. 628. That's just great. Our point is 8. And we're all set up. Dice are out. 2 craps. Horn specialty. See a horn, bet a horn, 60 to 1. 2 consecutive 30 to 1 rolls. And a 6, easy 6. $35 winner. 5 goes back. 15 presses up the 5 and 9 each. Dice are out. 314 at your door. Easy 4, $50 for a weight chip. We're going to press up our 5 and 9. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8, point hit. We'll pay it the long way. There's 5. There's 5, so we'll take you guys, can come over here. We got some big matzo balls over here. Some good bets. And we're going to work. Dice are out. 12 craps. We just cost the line better some money. 4 the hard way. Our point is 4. We'll mark the 4. $1 goes back to the bank, and we get another 50. So dice are out. Got some good bets up there. 6, 5, yo 11. And a 4, 1, 5. Take it to the bank. 5, 10, 15, 21. That's 100. 21 units, so that's 7, 140, and another $7. It's going to be 147 on the payout. So $147 payout. And everything comes down. Take it down, run and hide. Okay, everything is back to base. And the dice are out. Here we go. 5, 4, 9. We'll take another 35. Thank you much. Dice are out. Back to back 5s and 9s. Of course, you know what that means. But we'll take it for as long as the dice want to keep rolling them. Dice are out. Here we go. 6, 4, 10. That's Big Ben, our best friend, number 10. $1 for 50, and the 5 and the 9 get the 11. Dice are out. 5, 4, 9. Very nice. That's a $70 winner. Back to the rack, and that comes down. Dice are out. We got a good shooter in the house here until now. 5, 2, 7. 5, 2, you're all through, but we made some ground back up. And that's always a good thing. All right. Shooter goes away. 3 shooters to go. Continuing on. Dice are out. We're looking for a point. 5, and it's a thief. Thief of 5, keeping us alive. No field. Dice are out. Yo, 11, yo. 6, 4, 10. Big Ben, our best friend. The easy 10 on the end. $1 will get us 50. And the 5 and the 9 get pressed. Here they are. Dice are out. 6, 1, you're all done, son, of course. We can't have any more good rolls. That's just not going to happen. 2 shooters to go, folks. Looking for a point. Dice are out. And it's a 5. And that's the fee of a 5. I keep wanting to call it easy 5, but there's no hard 5, so, can't do that. We're ready. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. Easy 8. 3 goes there. 3 goes there. Our commission goes back to our rack. Dice are out. And 4, 3, 7. Boy, I'm telling you, folks, it ain't taking long now. The dice are going to clean us back out. Unbelievable. Final shooter coming up. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. Here they come. 6, 2, 8. Buckshot. And we're going to work them. They're not going to work them because 1 shooter to go. Not working, we'll wait for a point. 3, 1, 4. 6, 4, 10. Outside loving. A buck will get us 50. Dice are out. 4, 2, 6. Easy 6. $35 winner. We'll press them up. That's going to go away. Dice are out. 4-point hit. That's a buck for 50. And we are not working the come out. Not going to work the come out because that's 1 shooter remaining. We're not going to lose everything on a COS. So here we go. Dice are out. 6, 4, 10. Big Ben on the end. Dice are out. Easy 8. That'll be another $35. Hey, don't run away. And we're going to have how about that? All right. Dice are out. Looking for a 5 or a 9. That's all of them. The box cars are rolling through. 3, 2, 5. Bring it home. That's, excuse me, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. 24 times 7. 154. We may have to consult the Oracle. It's a little early on a Sunday morning, folks. The math isn't coming as easy to me as it usually does, so we shall consult the Oracle here just a moment. If we can find the Oracle, that's the question. Well, if worse comes to worse, we just do a calculator. This is 24 times 7. 168. $168. We'll trade in 2 to get 170. will get us 170. Take it back to the rack. And all of this business gets to come down. We go right back to the base level. Dice are out as our final shooter continues. All of them once again. Boy, we're hitting horns this morning here on this rollout. And back-to-back horns like that one. 6-5 EO 11. And another horn. 6-6 12. We just made somebody's day if they were horn parlaying. 6-3-9. Nina. That's $35 for the good guys. Dice are out. 6-4-10, a point hit. That's $1 for 50. And we're going to press, but we're not working. Not working this one. Dice are out. Here we go. And for that reason, folks, you see what would have happened. 4-3-7. That's a come out 7, but we weren't working, so we're safe. You roll all those 7s now. Get them out of your system now. 4-3-7. Yo 11. Yo 3. Back-to-back frontline winners. Another frontline winner. 4-3-7. And now we're going to start losing them. 1, 2, 3 craps. We just killed the line bets. 6-4-10, back on the 10 for the point. And weren't working, so no payment. Dice are out. 6 the easy way. Dice are out. Ooh, that was a bad roll, but it's a 7, so 7 out. That'll do. And we're not anywhere near where we should be, folks, but I think we're close. We'll clear all the debris off the table and count up. Number 1, here's 200. So we're close. We're almost there. We're missing that final 100 though, so there's 500. Let me just make sure that's 500. Yep. 500, there's 900. 900 and 50, 57. 957, so we're starting from 1,000, we're down. So had some good rolls and some bad rolls in this one, but we didn't ladder up or anything like that, so we're down just a touch at the end. Not a lot. The strategy did fight back. It fought back quite valiantly, actually. We had some major trouble in the middle of that session with dice that did not want to cooperate, but 'tis why they call it gambling, folks. All right. A little bit of a loss, but we'll fight back. Joe from Feel Like Craps here, folks. I always feel like craps. I hope that you do too. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, whenever we go to the casino, we never bet with money that we cannot afford to lose. And until the next time, be well, stay safe. As always, we wish you health and happiness. And every trip to that craps table, I hope that those dice gods are forever and always in your favor.